Hi Gemini, I'm Jude. Welcome to your weekly reading. Gemini, this is a reading for the week of the 8th of July. And to start with, I'm just smiling because sometimes this happens. This is my third go of doing Gemini. And the same two cards keep coming out. I can't make this up. It's amazing how the tarot work. I never get used to it, really. Okay, that's me digressing. If you're happy to like and subscribe, I'd really appreciate it, Gemini, because it is helping my little channel grow. So thank you. But let's get going. What's been going on for you? The Hermit and the Star. Now the Star sits inside this Hermit's lantern. So what a pair to come out. And the Hermit has gone up onto the top of the snow-covered mountain here to get perspective. The feeling with these cards, we've also got Virgo and we've got Aquarius. So there's maybe those people around you. But it's like you're having a really big picture look at what are your hopes and dreams. What did you want in your life? Is it happening? What's your guiding light? What is leading you in your choice making? Because the Hermit goes very insular, goes inward and really contemplates. Where am I going? Is this your North Star? Is this path that you're on taking you where you want to go? It's kind of like a feeling of a bit of a life stocktake and saying, I'm just looking at all this. And is it in alignment for me? Is this the path to my hopes and dreams? Is this the path to the life I wanted for myself? And you're having a look. You're really having a big look. So, the week of the 8th of July. Now, also, both of those cards are what we call the major arcana, and they're very significant. It's not the will I have an egg or will I have a bowl of cereal. This is a major look at something here in your life. Am I living in the country I want to live in? Am I doing the career I want to do? Am I where I want to be? Am I on the path in my relationships, or the whole thing? Anyway, let's have a look at the week of the 8th of July. And we'll see what the cards have got for Gemini. No? Okay. Something comes to a completion. The World card says there's a cycle that closes. It's the end of a chapter. And every ending, it's good to pause, take a breath, and then have a new beginning. And the 8th of July, we've got the Ace of Wands. We've got the 6 of Cups. We've got the Knight of Cups. And we've got the 10 of Cups. So a lot of emotions around this week. Something that's got you really inspired and quite fired up. The aces are about new beginnings. Could be a new career that you're looking at. Obviously, because these are general Gemini, it'll be different for everyone. But there's new passion here, new enthusiasm, a new beginning in that energy. Something sparks for you. With the 6 of Cups, it suggests that it could be something from the past. It could be something you've reflected on. It could be someone from the past coming back up. But as I said, it could be a reflection of past emotional experiences, maybe childhood, past relationships. And with the Knight of Cups showing here, it could be about love coming into your life, or it could be about you going out into the world with this feeling here of almost like being on a quest for your happiness, is the feeling I've got, because the 10 of Cups says that's what this Knight is pointing towards. It's like I want I want my 10 of Cups. And there does feel like with the Ace of Wands and the Six of Cups is like you've had some inspiration that the past might have revealed to you. Or say perhaps if you're single, perhaps someone from your past, a past relationship has returned. But remember those first two initial cards were you having this big picture look at your life and working out what you want. And I feel like the quest here, and I typically don't normally use that word, although it feels correct for today. The quest is for your happiness. So you've maybe looked at what made you happy in the past and gone, you know what, I'm going to work towards that in my current. Yes, because the Ace of Cups has just come out as well, which is all about a new emotional beginning, a very passionate new emotional beginning. All right, so what helps you this week, Gemini? What helps Gemini? Releasing a burden. Now the Ten of Wands talks about when we have been carrying a load and it just feels like you've got to the point where you've gone, you know what, I've almost lost sight of where I'm going or why I'm doing this. And it's like, it's enough. It's like you have a huge capacity, Gemini, but just because you can doesn't always mean we should. You have free will, you decide. But when we get the Ten of Wands as a helper, it encourages us to delegate a little bit, ease the load, so you can once again get your vision of where you're going, which is what that Hermit wanted you to do right at the start, to have a look at where you're going. Because it's like you're so kind of overwhelmed with carrying this load that you kind of have lost sight, which is why that Hermit will be there. He's gone up like to the high level to look at the whole picture and work out where am I going. Because the Three of Swords and the Four of Cups as helper cards suggest an apology might be coming your way. One that is looking at healing some heartache here or healing some painful thinking that's caused heartache. But I'm not sure you're open to receiving it. This Four of Cups is where there's a little bit of closed off energy, and you have free will, so you decide what you accept or don't. But sometimes when we get this, it says, you know, it feels like because there's 3 cups have been offered before and you've got 3 swords here, it might be that this is a cycle that's repeated 3 times. And the Moon card says this time there's a bit of a revelation. The Moon is a really interesting energy, and it says often things that we've been deeply unconscious of, unaware of, will rise to the surface for us to see. And the clarity of that allows you to make your decision on what you want to do, Gemini. It's seeing things now. And only you know what you want to do. You have that choice, that's your free will. But that's what the Hermit's having a big picture look at this whole situation. So I'm just going to close your reading out with a message from Spirit. That came up very clearly, didn't it? Just let's see, what have we got? Yep, the Seven of Pentacles. And this is a card that says, you know, it's a bit of a review. Again, there's this feeling of a life stock take. Where have I put my time? Where have I put my energy? Is this where I want to be? Is this where I feel grounded? Is this where I want my roots in the ground? Is what I've spent time and energy on returning me what I want or not? And only you know the answer to that, Gemini. All right, I wish you well. I hope you have a beautiful week. Bye from me, and I'll see you next week.